Now, the inspector is bringing up the most important argument against John Kurian. It's not just that he put up the board in front of his house without permission from authority. He was cheating people by saying that there was a hidden camera when actually there was no such camera. That is it, sir, said Babu Kurivilla. You can only take action against the low class or the middle class if it comes to the worst. You won't even touch the people above them who deal with crows and who cheat inhumanly. Now, Babu Kurivilla is countering the inspector, saying that the police can take action only against the low class and the middle class people. They can never touch the upper class people who deal with crows and who cheat inhumanly. It is not something to be discussed here. Says who? Babu Kurivilla raised his voice. I will discuss it anywhere. That is why I am a writer. I cannot tolerate such injustice. Okay, you can take your friend and go. The inspector looked at John Kurian and said, Please take that notice board also when you go and don't put it up again. No, sir, said John Kurian humbly. It was then that the man who had his chicken meal walked in, stepping on the notice. Oh my God! The young lawyer's eyes bulged out. When he saw the man's face at close distance, John Kurian also recognized him. His face had filled all the newspapers and news channels for the past 2 days. Even when handcuffed and surrounded by policemen, he had looked at the camera with contempt. The mob had tried to attack the car in which the police put him, but he lay back on the cushioned seat and waved at the mob arrogantly. The newspapers and channels had shown his old pictures, he standing with a fixed grin in the company of ministers, political leaders, movie stars, spiritual gurus, etc. So you get to know that this man is a magnet. He is an influential person, he is rich and also in good terms with people in high positions like the ministers, political leaders, spiritual gurus, etc. The photographs of the persons on whom he had taken revenge were shown very sparsely. So there were some other poor people on whom this man had taken revenge. He had treated some people in a very inhuman manner. Their photographs were not often shown. Only the photos of this man with stars were being shown on the television. But his latest victim, the security guard of his own house, whom he hit with his car and killed for being 2 minutes late to open the door, was shown more often. So this man, we get to know of his crime. He is a murderer. He just hit the security guard of his house with his Mercedes-Benz car and killed that man. For what crime? Just for being 2 minutes late in opening the gate. A scene from a channel rushed to John Kurian's mind. A slim girl standing in front of the man's palatial bungalow. Palatial means extremely big and luxurious. Bungalow, with a mic in hand, was telling the camera. Standing in front of this magic castle into which not even a fly can enter, Ramya Prakash reporting with Nidhish, the cameraman. So all these scenes flash in John Kurian's mind when he recognizes this man as the murderer. And you must remember that this man was being given a great meal at the police station. The meal was brought from the inspector's own house, and another policeman was assisting him by giving him water and whatever he wanted. 3 things had struck John Kurian in that shot. When he saw the man's bungalow being shown on television in the news report, 3 things had struck John Kurian in that shot. 1. The empty kiosk of the former security guard who was run over by the Mercedes-Benz. The poor security guard was no more because he was run over by the Mercedes-Benz. So the security guard's room, which is called the kiosk, that lay deserted. There was no one there. 2 dogs, colts like, 2 huge dogs, looking through the grill on the lower part of the gate. 3. The notice board with embossed letters at the gate. You are under surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. So these were the 3 things that he noticed when he saw the picture of the man's palatial bungalow on the TV screen a few days back. Would the criminal have got the sanction to put it there? So now he was warned by the police for putting a notice in front of his house. You are under surveillance. Now, this man, he seems to have had that board there for a long time. Would the criminal have got the sanction to put it there? Did he get sanction from the corporation or from the police? Anyway, he was arrested for a lesser reason, just for killing a security guard. So here, the author is giving a very sarcastic comment. He was not arrested for the great crime of putting a notice in front of the house, just as John Kurian was arrested. John Kurian, for doing the great crime of putting the notice in front of his house, he was warned, he was insulted in front of everyone. But this man, the criminal, he was arrested for a lesser reason, a simple petty crime for killing a security guard. There were loud protests that the arrest was only a farce. But like all protests, this too had waned off, and now he eats sumptuous meals in his prison house. So even at the time of the man's arrest, people had started protesting, saying that this is only a drama, a farce that is being put up by the police. This man is not going to be punished. That was the protest that was going on at that time. Like all protests, that protest also died out. And now this criminal, he eats sumptuous meals in his prison house.